I come as a white slate and I let the directors, you know, just transform me.
कॉस्ट्यूम की हाँ वो चैलेंज हो ही जाता है बिकॉज दैट जो हमें आदत है जो कपड़े पहनने की उनसे काफ़ी भारी होते हैं.
I had to every day wear the sari from scratch, and there was this eye who would come and do the sari and everything, and it was hectic because in the middle of the day if you want to go pee, you can't.
First of all, congratulations for Chhava.
Thank
And secondly, you have given a budget-friendly date idea for the Valentine's Day.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So my first question would be, this is a very demanding role, and you have already told everybody on the news portals also that this is your toughest role ever. So I want to ask you that we know it takes physically a toll when you have to gain so much, and now you have shredded also. So how mentally challenging is it to transform for a Maratha ruler? And
it requires a lot of discipline and discipline is tough. अगर आपको डिसिप्लिन की आदत नहीं है जो जहाँ मैं था तो इट बिकम्स वेरी टफ बिकॉज वो ऐसा नहीं है कि यू हैव टू बी डिसिप्लिन फॉर 1 month. इट इज़ अ कमिटमेंट फॉर 1.5-2 years. So it becomes monotonous, it becomes boring, but I feel that's a very little thing that you can give to a big project and a big character like Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj. So it was demanding on that front. Of course, there were many other layers of action prep, horse riding, sword fighting, understanding the history, understanding the culture, the language, and everything put together. So I'm just very happy that I get to say this in every film of mine that this is the toughest role I've played till date. And I hope to continue with that अगली फिल्म में I again get to say that this is the toughest film. So in that way I get to grow not just as an actor but also as a human being.
And also I want to ask you कि आप मराठा रूलर को प्ले कर रहे हैं and it's not easy कोई भी historical figure को प्ले करना. So what roles or what movies or is there any book that you read to prepare for the role?
देखिए हमारी फिल्म छावा जो है वो एक नॉवल है छावा. उस नॉवल का भी नाम छावा है, शिवाजी सावंत जी की. उनके राइट्स लेकर उसकी एडेप्टेशन है ये फिल्म. तो मेरे लिए जो मेरे पूरे एक गाइडिंग बुक फोर्स जो भी कह लो वो लक्ष्मण उत्तेकर सर थे जो हमारे डायरेक्टर हैं. क्योंकि हमारे लिए प्रेप के लिए मेरे पास खासा टाइम मिला था, 6-7 महीने मिले थे. तो आई वुड मीट हिम एवरी डे. मैंने कहा मैं किताब पढ़ने से अच्छा आप मुझे रोज़ मैं आपके साथ बैठूंगा, आप मुझे पूरा जो किताब में नहीं भी है उस एरा का छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज के बारे में, छत्रपति संभाजी महाराज के बारे में हम बातें किया करेंगे. आप मुझे पूरा ना फीड करते जाइए, वो मेरे अंदर ज़्यादा डीपर वे में रहेगा. सो हमारे राइटर ऋषि वर्मानी, डायरेक्टर लक्ष्मण उत्तेकर सर, मैं रोज़ बैठकर then we would just keep discussing as to what we want to achieve in this film, what was the era like, what was the history like, language, culture, everything. तो क्योंकि इतना वक्त मिला then वो काफ़ी like you know हमें उसमें तैयारी करने का you know और better opportunity मिली.
ट्रेलर हम सब देख चुके हैं
जी.
एंड इट इज़ डिफ़िकल्ट टू टेल कि ये विकी कौशल है, छत्रपति संभाजी महाराज है. सो जब आप ऐसे एक रोल में आते हैं जो बहुत ज़्यादा फिजिकली मेंटली डिमांडिंग है, तो जब आप वापस पैकअप के बाद विकी कौशल के बनकर जाते हैं घर पे, हाउ इट इज़, मतलब डिफिकल्ट है या फिर कैसे?
डिफिकल्ट नहीं, बट क्या हो जाता है कि यूजुअली जब आप रोज़ शूटिंग करें वो एक फ्लो आता है, हर फिल्म में आता है. यू रियली गेट वेरी मिनिमल पर्सनल टाइम बिकॉज यू ओनली गेट इनफ टाइम टू जस्ट गो बैक होम, सो लो, आ जाओ, फिर काम पे लग जाओ. और इसमें क्या था, इट वाज 12 hours ऑफ शिफ्ट, 2 hours ऑफ ट्रेनिंग बिफोर दैट शिफ्ट, 2 hours ऑफ ट्रेनिंग आफ्टर दैट शिफ्ट. सो देयर वाज अ वेरी लिटिल टाइम लेफ्ट फॉर द पर्सनल लाइफ. सो तभी तो इतनी थकान होती थी कि मैं बस जाकर सो ही जाता था एंड देन अगेन बैक टू वर्क. बट हाँ, कुछ आपका माइंड हमेशा एक्टिव रहता है. माइंड हमेशा सोचता रहता है कि आज क्या किया, क्या हो सकता था, कल क्या करना है, कितना बेहतर कर सकता हूँ, उसके लिए क्या ज़रूरत है, कितनी तैयारी चाहिए, डू आई नीड टू सिट विद द स्क्रिप्ट टुनाइट एंड लर्न दोज लाइन्स एंड बी विद दोज सीन्स. तो आप थोड़े से साइलेंट हो जाते हो, थोड़े फोकस्ड रहते हो, तो वो थोड़ा सा आपके साथ रहता है उस टाइम के लिए.
रश्मिका, अभी तक जितने भी रोल्स हमने देखा है आपको, इट इज़ अ वेरी डिफरेंट रोल, यस यू बाई. एंड मराठा एम्पायर की बात करें तो मराठा हमारी इंडियन हिस्ट्री में ऐसा हमें किंगडम दिखाया गया है कि जहाँ पर महारानीज हैं, बहुत सारी फीमेल वॉरियर्स रहे हैं. तो येसुबाई, हाउ डू यू टेक दिस रोल एज मतलब रश्मिका एंड येसुबाई? कोई आपको अलाइन कर पाए योर पर्सनैलिटी एंड येसुबाई's?
As in, this is the first ever time I've done a character which is already existed in the history books. And for me, it was I was very happy that I got this opportunity to play someone like I've never done a biopic, you know. It was something extremely new to me because every time when I used to do films, I used to form the character. Like I used to always be like, okay, now between an action and a cut, there was a part of Rashmika in all the characters that I've done before. But for the first time, she's Yesubai. You like, there's nothing of Rashmika in the character. It was because I didn't know how the Maharani would walk and talk and, you know, just be. I didn't know how they are. We've never seen, but we have, of course, read about them and everything. So, for me, I was like, okay, Lakshman sir, who got me this film, has all the knowledge. He is someone who is closest amongst all of us to the story. So I was like, okay, so I was constantly like, okay, am I doing it right? Do we, like, you know, have to tone the emotions down or up it up a bit? I didn't know the degree of how to portray this character. So all of that was taken care of by Lakshman sir, and luckily I got this opportunity to work with him and got this opportunity to portray such a beautiful, graceful and yet a strong character, which I'm very, very proud of today. But yeah, it was all like, it was such a beautiful team coming together that everything was already taken care of. And I just had to do the most bare minimum, you know, so I'm really grateful I got this.
So wasn't it challenging to portray Yesubai?
As in, the challenging bit of it was the language, because Hindi is not my mother tongue. I come from Coorg, which is in the south of India, but that was a challenging part, which we of course worked a lot on. We worked super hard on that aspect, but I'm someone who, you know, I come as a white slate and I let the directors, you know, just transform me. Of course, there's clothes and jewelry and the whole set and everything is done for you. Luckily, I'm really grateful. And you just have to come and surrender to the director and give him what he wants of you, you know, between that action and a cut. So I feel like I was happy. I was happy with what I've done. I was like, Lakshman sir got this thing out of me, which I didn't even think I had it in me. So yeah, tomorrow you'll see. I hope you like it.
So my last question to you both. डांस सीक्वेंस हमने देखे हैं, बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त है. तो इतने हैवी कॉस्ट्यूम्स के साथ में डांस करना एंड बाद में जो फीडबैक मिलते हैं, आप पढ़ते हैं फीडबैक जब आते हैं ऑडियंस के कमेंट्स में?
पहले तो इस फिल्म में डांस सीक्वेंस है नहीं. इस फिल्म में गाने एज स्कोर की तरह यूज़ किए गए हैं ए आर रहमान सर के साथ. एंड कॉस्ट्यूम की हाँ वो चैलेंज हो ही जाता है बिकॉज दैट जो हमें आदत है जो कपड़े पहनने की उनसे काफ़ी भारी होते हैं वो कॉस्ट्यूम. बहुत सारी ज्वेलरी होती है, जीरे टोप है, तो वो शूज़ अलग होते हैं, सब कुछ बहुत नया लगता है. तो जब शुरुआत में हम शूटिंग करना शुरू करते हैं तो उसकी एक आदत लगनी उसमें वक्त लग जाता है. थोड़ा सा आपको नयापन लगता है क्योंकि उसकी रिहर्सल नहीं होती. आप सीन्स की रिहर्सल करते हो, आप एक्शन की रिहर्सल करते हो, बट कॉस्ट्यूम की रिहर्सल नहीं होती. वो सिर्फ लुक टेस्ट होता है. सो उसमें थोड़ा वक्त लगता है बट वो इवेंचुअली चीज़ें जगह पे बैठ जाती हैं.
सेम क्वेश्चन.
Okay. Repeat the question, please.
The costumes and all.
Costumes
was it tough
and all.
and like how?
Oh yes, as in, of course, there's so much like draping happening. I had to wear the sari I didn't have a pre-drape sari. I had to every day wear the sari from scratch, and there was this eye who would come and do the sari and everything, and it was hectic because in the middle of the day, if you won't go pee, you can't. You just have to remove everything and do all of that. So jewelry, we wanted to keep it as natural as possible. So we used to actually get like authentic gold jewelry and things like that. So it was super heavy, but at the same time, that's where the character comes alive. So no complaints at all. And yeah, like he said, there are no dance bits in the film. The songs, of course, it comes as a score of the film. So and they're beautiful.
So as we wrap up the questions for the film, there's a small this or that rapid fire round for you both.
So you start with her. You have the mic.
I'm terrible at this. I'm so sorry. I'd like to apologize before we start.
Okay. Period dramas or contemporary thrillers?
Can't answer that. I'm doing all of them.
Anyone, if you want to choose.
Okay, period drama.
You're not choosing a film over the other.
Correct, but I really like the
audience.
whole jewelry, the whole drama. So period
Morning
drama.
workout or evening workout?
Evening workout, but I'm shifting into a morning workout person.
So you like action films or emotional dramas?
Do more emotional, but I would love to do an action film.
Okay, staying in character off screen or breaking out of it to relax?
Breaking it off, like acting is 9 to 6 job. We need to treat it that way.
Thank you. Filming intense battle scenes or emotionally charged dialogues?
Intense battle scenes.
Training in traditional martial arts or modern day fitness routines?
See, this is a very training in traditional martial arts will be skill based, which I would do only for a film. So I would choose the other one.
Shooting in a period setting or modern day scenarios?
Period setting.
Okay. Romantic roles or strong fierce
Yes.
roles? Okay. So, okay. Working with Akshay Khanna, working with Rashmika.
I've worked more with Rashmika, so I'll choose Rashmika.
Okay. Period costumes or contemporary fashion?
If for a film or
Generally, what you
Period.
like? Okay. So, shooting outdoors in tough conditions or a studio?
outdoors.
Thank you.